Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today, as you've seen on the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about what's in my backpack when I go outside traveling and then taking some long exposure photography. Well, first things first is because I'm spending a lot of hours outdoor when I'm going out shooting, the crucial part was to get something light. So I used to have a couple of bags in the past, Lower Pros. I've been using Peak Design bags as well. But the problem is because I'm carrying so much weight and so much gear, I needed to light up a little bit the bag itself to make sure I have the lightest version. And that's what I've done. I found one of the lightest backpack ever, which is the F-Stop Ultra Lightweight. Is weighing nothing when it's empty. There's a massive open up here, as you can see. I'm going to show you in details what's going on in there. So here is my ICU, which is more or less an empty pouch with separations that you can adjust as we want. And in this bag, when it's empty, it weighs a couple of 100 grams, nothing else. So it's very, very light. It's super strong and robust, and I've never had any complaint about that bag since I've had it. It's been a game changer for me, for the weight I'm carrying and for the efficiency of the bag. Because if this bag is super light, and you can see, I mean, it's nothing when there's no ICU in there, you can still put a lot in there, a lot. And I'm going to go into details of what's happening in this bag. So once the ICU is in place, that bag is still ultra light. And I've got my compartment, which I've set up accordingly with my gear. Let's start with the external design first. There's a lot of pockets in there. What I like about the main compartment is it's in my back, which means no one can open it when I'm holding it on me. No one can go in the back and try to steal something out of me. There is no chance they will access this compartment when I'm carrying the bag. I do have, though, a pouch on the outside. And this is a large compartment in which I can put clothes. At the moment, I've got rain covers. Obviously, I live in London, so rain is a big deal and you don't want to get your gear soaked. So even if that backpack is waterproof, I would still recommend using rain covers, because after a while, rains go through or humidity goes in the bags and you don't want to get your gear soaked. So that's a big compartment. In there, I put coats, jumpers if I need to, anything that is huge and that I don't want to get in my photography compartment. On the top of this, there is two main pouches. There's a small one right at the top here. And this small one, this is where I store my gloves. I've got my hands cleaner. One crucial element, just in case I'm getting somewhere I forgot what I needed, then I've got this little tool which I bought in Norway years ago, and it's been serving me very well. So this pouch has a little scratch on it and you can zip it. And I keep the bigger one up here for something else. This is quite a big compartment there. This is dedicated to my drone. I've got this big bag which contains my drone with all the equipment and gear. I think this one is called the combo pack, where you got three batteries, chargers and everything, extra wings. And this is fitting perfectly this actual pouch. So I just need to make it rest on my ICU. This is the top of my ICU here. And that's it. I'm closing the bag. Very convenient. On the sides, there is multiple accessories. First of all, I've got an access to waterline. If I want to get a camel bag, then I've got a little hole here to just put a camel bag in there or in the top compartment and then get a little straw to have a drink. And I've added myself some little extra carabiner because I use them from time to time to carry extra stuff on my bag. And on the sides, so first this is to put water bottle or your tripod, and I can secure it with those straps. And those straps have some secured hook here where those extra line doesn't go out, which means this is safe and secure. It's not going to go out, so that's very convenient. I'm going to show you on my tripod. I'm now using my FREEWELL Tripod, which is absolutely great. Super lightweight, super robust. Really love this one. So what I do is open the legs, drop them in the pouch of the bag on the bottom, and then I've strapped this around the center column. Lock the bottom part, close the leg, and that's it. And I've got my tripod safely secured on my backpack. It's going nowhere, okay? Very happy with that, and it's so much lighter than my previous one that I carry that one all the time now. On the other side, I've got an extra pocket where I still can use water bottles over tripod if needed, and that's what I'm doing. The tripod on where this camera is sitting at the moment normally stands here, which means I've got a smaller tripod and a bigger tripod, one to hold my camera, which is filming me, and I've got another one here that I use to hook or secure extra stuff when I need it. Those arms are very comfortable to wear, and they're adjustable in a way that you can always make sure your bag is resting nicely along your back and not pulling you out with the weight, which is a big difference with what I used to wear before. And there is two little pouches on each side, and which I use all the time. One is dedicated to business cards. So when I meet people on the streets or people talk to me, give them a little business card, very handy to have done with me all the time. And on the other one, I have a little torch, which is very handy because depending where you're going, coming by night, you forgot your torch. I'll always have one with me. That one is tiny, it's very powerful. I've got a bigger one that I carry when I go in Norway or Finland, when I know it's going to be dark quite early in the day. I always carry a torch with me. It's crucial, and then it's been saving my life a few times, so yeah. Let's now jump onto the main compartment, which I'm sure everyone is interested in. That's my full backpack, fully loaded with all my actual gear. Put it in the back. I've got some nice straps here to secure the weight and make sure this is holding on my hips and not on my actual back. So you can adjust this so it's not hanging anywhere. Top one. That works very nicely. So here we are. I've got my full bag. This is how it looks when it's carried on. The bag is reinforced as well. It's very comfortable, so the wind can flow in your back, which means you never sweat, especially when you're carrying heavy weight like these. When I open it, the first thing you see is those little hooks here, where you can slide equipment or attach equipment, depending what is it that you need to add. The way I have organized my ICU is linked with the gear I've got and the gear I need, the essential I need to bring with me all the time along my trips. First one, once again, because I live in the UK, umbrellas. This is something I never go out without. Even in France or Belgium, I had to use this multiple times. Even in the snow, in Finland, the first year I went there, I needed it to just protect my lens when the snow was like quite intense. So it's compact, it's thinner than the width of my actual backpack, and it's really convenient. Doesn't weigh much, and it's holding the space of my backpack as well, which is great. It's keeping the width nice and secured. And because it's at the bottom, I've put it at the bottom of the backpack to make sure that nothing smashes an equipment which is delicate. So here, doesn't risk anything. That's the bottom part of the bag. Every weight is going down, it's going to rest on the umbrella, which is okay. I just mentioned earlier that I've got in one of my pockets a little torch, and this is the big brother of that torch. Same brown, they came together, and that one has a huge battery life, lasts forever. This is the brown. Okay, so I'll put the reference in there. Very powerful. There's different modes. It's super strong. It could be super powerful. So the more you click, the stronger it is. You got Morses as well. You can do different things. SOS. There's different signal already embedded in there, and the battery lasts a long, long time. I never needed to recharge it within 2 weeks. That light, it's got a zoom, which means you can zoom in or out, so you can get a wider or shorter halo of light, as you can see. Okay, so very convenient, absolutely brilliant. I would not go out without this, specifically when I go to the north, because I know this is crucial. And that fits on the top of my actual umbrella. Perfect. Part of the gear I've got multiple little accessories that I always carry with me. Things are lightweight, thinner than a business card, as you can see, the size of a business card, but this little tool is full of little things to just screw, unscrew, bottle opener, whatever it is. You can measure, there's a little tape measure with that. Let me show you this. There's plenty of little accessories on there that you can use for different things. I slide it nicely along the umbrella. Perfect. let's move on to the important bit, camera gear. This is the A7R5 from Sony, which I really love. This is the best camera I've ever owned. I've got the 24-70 mounted on the body, and this is one of the best lenses I've ever used in my life, and I've had that before on my Canon, but this is absolutely great. This is the G Master, and as you can see, there's a ring on that because I've got filter holder screwed on this, and I've got little caps that are clips, which means I don't need to always take out my filter holder. Because I've got my filter holder where I slide my filters, I put them on the top of the filter holder, but the ring is already in place. So I don't want to have to unscrew everything, pack it up, pack my camera, and then go back 5 meters later, re-screw it. No, it's too time consuming. This is easier. One cap, protective cap for the filter holder, get my filter out of the pocket, screw it on, and that's it, ready to shoot. So this is a lot of time saved with this kind of system. And I've got that on all of my lenses, as you can see. So this one goes into the main compartment, right in the center. My second big lens is my 70-200 G Master as well. It's a 2.8 all the way, and it's the Mark II. Brilliant lens. I mean, same again, these are the two pieces of lenses I'm using the most, whether this is for landscape or wildlife photography. That's the one to get. And same principle here as well. Just get the hooks out. I've got the ring ready for my filter hole on my filter holder. Clips it in, boom, ready to shoot. Okay. This goes next to my main lens, right on the other side. And my third lens is this actual 50mm prime lens. That's the G Master lens as well, and that one is a 1.2, or which is like a treasure. That 1.2 is a killer. I use it for portraiture as well, quite a lot, but this works for any situation. This goes on the top compartment, which I've allocated to this, and my filter holders are stored in a pouch, and that pouch is very convenient. I've got two types of pouches. I've got the big one where all my filters are stored in. I've got all types of filters in there. And let's imagine I want to use my 6-stop filter. Take it out. I'm sliding my filter on my holder. It's in place. If I don't need gradients, then instead of repacking it up in my main case where all the filters are, gradient, squares, and plain ones, then I pack it up in my other pouch. And this pouch, I know this is the latest filters I've used, so if I move along the way and then 5 minutes later the light is the same, I'm going to be using the same filter, it's already there. Take it out, clips it on my lens, done. And I don't have to take it out of the actual main box, put it back on the filter holder, put it on the camera. So for me, it's a lot of time that I've gained using this process. So these are my gradient filters. I'm using them all the time. Gradient and plain filters is just a combo that I use non-stop. So these two pouches work together. They're quite bulky in a way because they use one of the compartment, but still they fit perfectly in my actual backpack. As you can see, everything is neatly organized and I know exactly where to go. I'm not wasting time trying to look for items. Part of the accessories I'm bringing with me all the time, this little pouch is containing a battery, which is quite powerful. It's a brand new one I've bought a few months ago and I'm super pleased with it. It's very small, as you can see in my hand. It's very tiny. It's quite thick, but this allows me to recharge my phone, my batteries for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is the camera I'm filming this video with. And this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has been with me all the time since I started this YouTube channel, because this is the only camera that films me all the way. So very handy. But the batteries, I'm using the batteries all the time. So if I'm lacking of batteries, I've got 2 batteries on this one. I can recharge it, put it in the bag while I walk, and I can recharge it while I'm moving from one location to the other. So it's ready to film again. I've had multiple occasions where I had to recharge the batteries very quickly. With this battery, it's charging very fast, which means I've always have batteries ready to be injected into the drone. It's tiny, doesn't take a lot of space, and I've got some extra room near my actual umbrella. So once again, this is at the bottom of my bag. I can even recharge my laptop if I want to, because I do travel with my laptop. Next one is filters. I do need filters. I've shown you a couple of square filters, which are 100 by 100 millimeters, but I do use as well a lot my FREEWELL kit, which is very convenient when I don't need gradients. And I've got filters in there that I don't have. I've got a 3-stop that I don't have here. I've got a polarizer, which I don't have in here. They're very well packed up in this box. Really handy. I love it. I mean, it's very handy. And I just need to just take it out, zip it on my lens, and that's it. There is another gear I'm using all the time. As I've just mentioned, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This was a game changer when I first purchased it because this is very convenient. I think that one is called the Creator Pack or something like that. I need to double check. I'll put this in the description. And you got the cap, which is protecting the gear. I've got a mini tripod in there that you can screw underneath the camera if you want to rest it on the table. Very cute and very useful. I've got one battery embedded into the system, and I've got an extra battery which is actually onto the camera itself. So very good piece of kit. This pouch has the exact size of my third and last compartment. It's holding in there properly. On the top of that, I'm resting my filters. So as you can see, this is quite a neat organization. Still part of the accessories, I've got one thing that's been given by one of my friends recently, and I was looking for this for years, and this is something that I was dying to get. It's a little inflatable bag. So whenever you can't use tripod for any reason, for example, you're in London shooting some places and you can't use the tripod, but you can still take a picture, this inflatable pouch allows you to rest and then adjust the level of your camera to make sure that you are on a good horizon level. And then this is very handy, very, very handy. So this weighs nothing. This is very, very thin, as you can see, just with a little pump. In terms of accessories, there's two things I haven't mentioned yet, which are crucial. This little air blower is very handy. I use it all the time. One thing that I'm very cautious about is having some dirty lenses, because I want to reduce the amount of post-processing I'm doing. So wherever I go, I want to make sure there is no dust. So I'm cleaning the front of the lens, but the most delicate part we should not forget is when you change lenses, and I do change the lens all the time. So I'm closing my camera now. The mirror is now shut, but then I've left it open for a little while, which is not a good thing to do. So if I'm worried about what happened, I will blow the inside of my lens. If I see things that looks a bit strange and not clean enough, then I've got a cloth, and I'm always bringing different cloths with me. So I'm always cleaning this, and if I have a doubt, I will reopen the shutter and blow it inside, always upside down, because I don't want things to get in, so I put it upside down. Shut it down, wait for the shutter to close, boom. So this is a little bit bulky, but still I'm putting it on the bottom of my bag. I've got as well this cute little pencil, which makes a big difference. On one side, you've got a little brush, which is very soft. It allows you to move things that doesn't want to get out because of the air blower, or if you can't get it out, then use that one. It's very clever. And on the other side, I've got this actual magnetic thing. It's not magnetic, but it's like flexible, and it's keeping all the dust that you can't remove with any of these other two tools. So this weighs nothing, goes at the bottom of my bag. Very neat. Obviously, there's two more lenses I haven't presented yet. That beast. This is one of my new favorite toys, obviously. This is the 100 to 400 G Master lens, and it's a 4.5 to 5.6 lens. Very good lens, especially for wildlife photography, or to zoom out. If you are somewhere where you want to shoot the mountains, which I did use recently in Norway. I was too far away. I went to do some crops about the top of the mountains, but I was too far away with a 70 to 200. I went on to my 100 to 400, and I managed to catch things that I could not catch with the 200mm. The only problem I've got at the moment is I can't pack this one in there at the same time as my 70 to 200. Obviously, as you can see, the bag is now nearly full, so there's no extra space to carry this one. So what I do is, depending where I'm going, because I'm planning my trips, if I know exactly where I'm going to need it, I'm going to switch my 70 to 200 and put my 100 to 400. It takes exactly the same space. They are pretty much the same height, the same weight. So very clever. I can bring one or the other using the same compartment. And the last piece of equipment I've recently purchased, that was the last one I was missing, which was a wide angle to complete the series. And I've had a couple of opportunities where I could not shoot the subject because I was not wide enough and there was not enough space to go back a little bit extra. This is an actual 1.8 60mm wide angle lens, and this is really good, really sharp. The Viltrox is doing very well. Reviews are very good on these ones. It would work for my actual circular filters. It works for my square filters. So it's perfect. That's not one I'm going to bring all the time. Only in some instances where I know I need it. I know in Venice there's a couple of subjects that do require a wide angle. I've never been able to do these shots yet. I bring clients on the spot, but I was frustrated not to be able to shoot this actual subject. So this year, I'm running a workshop in Venice. I'm going to shoot those places because I know them. I've never been able to shoot them myself. Big frustration. Another thing I'm bringing with me all the time in every trip is this little screwdriver. It's a multi-tool. When I open one side, I've got these actual items. When I open the other side, I've got all these screws items that I'm using all the time. Talking about tripods earlier, I want to raise the case on this little one, the FREEWELL Tripod, 5-in-1 tripod. Really, really like that new toy that I've been given by FREEWELL. So thanks FREEWELL for sponsoring this tripod. I've got a promo code, by the way, in the video for those who are interested. If you want to purchase one of them, you got a discount, so go for it. I can only recommend that one. I've been using it for a while now. I'm loving it. This is how high it is. You think, yeah, it's not too high. It's perfect for me because I've got a camera here, so it's right in front of my eyes. I don't need to be much higher anyways. And if I do, then I've got another option, which is to raise my center column. Easy. And it is higher than my head, so more than enough for me. So I am using another tripod normally, which is the Manfrotto one with a geared head. These are my two companions. This one is slightly higher, but it's so much heavier. So obviously, as you can see, this is slightly higher. It's not a huge difference though, but the difference of weight is massive. So the thickness of the legs of this one are wider than the bottom one of this big one. I've been using this gear head from Benro for the past couple of months, and I'm loving it. I've had gear head from Manfrotto before, but it was much more heavier and it's been damaged in the transport. Now I've got my actual gear head mounted onto my FREEWELL tripod. It's very stable. I'm loving this one as well. So I've got two options. Each and every one of these legs can be unscrewed. Pack them separately, and you're having a very compact tripod in your luggage. You've got 3 pieces of legs and this, but it's not finished yet. The thing you can do with this as well is use it as a monopod. Remove the ball head, screw it straight into the tripod legs, grab your camera, clips it in, done. You've got a monopod and you can take pictures of wildlife photography. How cool is that? And it's not finished. I've got more to show. I've got this coming with this. As I said, it's a 5-in-1 tripod. What is this? Mini legs. I've got my 3 mini legs, and they're even expandable. And I've got a mini tripod. Obviously the center column is still too long. I can either unscrew it or take it out a little bit, just enough, so my tripod is resting properly. Isn't it clever? Loving it. And that weighs nothing, literally nothing. setup I'm working with, using the 70 to 200 millimeters mounted on my FREEWELL 5-in-1 tripod. If you want to grab the discounts mentioned in this video, check out the links in the description below and feel free to reach out if you need any help. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It makes a huge difference and really helps support my work. I'm also running a series of photography workshops across Europe in the coming months, so if you'd like to join me in the field and take your photography further, you'll find all the details below. Thanks a lot for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, drop a comment and let me know your thought, your experience with your gear, or what you would like to see next on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.